Hi, I'm FishTank.
And I'm Ink Siren.
Is it recording?
Yes.
I find Emma Myers extremely attractive, and she has filled my FYP. Now that we've gotten that off my chest, got my cards on the table. Let's get to our reading. Chapter 4 and 5 of Monolith Signal. We're gonna completely forget what I just stated.
No,
It's
everyone
the
wipe their
truth.
memories.
Forget
I'm
that.
gonna put in a bright
Oh,
light like in MIB.
adults reference, adults FX on Disney Plus reference. Mind wipe that. Well, I don't know where season 2 is. They need to get season 2 going because I fucking love that show. But we're on to Monolith Signal.
I don't even remember the show you just said.
Adults. But,
yeah.
He is fluid!
I'm not used to shows being one word.
Yeah. Are you queerbaiting me? Queerbaiting? What is the spectrum of your language? No, I'm not queerbaiting you. Samir, tell this guy, I sleep with dudes, right? Him? That guy? If anything, he's homophobic. Get the fuck out of my shop. Okay.
No, open a Corona real quick. Hang on.
Okay. Oh yeah, I just started thinking of the text scene. You know the one from the with the murderer with that episode. The text scene.
Like
It's so good.
Corona anymore because of the disease.
Yeah.
Corona. I'm opening Corona. Anyway.
This is chapter 4.
Chapter 4.
Oh fuck! I should say. You can find Monolith Signal on Wattpad. My account is Monolith Bed. You can find it there. It's got. Yeah, chapter 1 is there. Chapter 2 is there. Chapter 3 is being edited. That's not up to me. It's written right now. It's written up to 5.
It will be with you when I sober up tomorrow.
Yeah. So when that's edited, it will get uploaded. I don't think the recording for that has been done. So this is the recording, but this is the recording for 4 and 5. There may, when it's finished, there may even be an audiobook version. We may upload that. Maybe voice crack.
I thought you said in May when it was finished.
No, not in May. We may.
That long to make.
We may record an audiobook version once it's finished.
I hope it's not going to take me that long to edit 3 chapters.
Fucking shouldn't take you that long to edit 3 chapters. It took me a day to write one of them after all.
Yeah,
I will say for chapter 4,
the whole chapter.
Yeah. Before we get into it, chapter 4, I do like it. I really like it. I have gone through it. I proofread it beforehand to make sure the pacing was right, so I do like it.
As well.
Currently, we're at 4 and 5 at the top, then 3, then 1, and then 2 at the bottom. I don't hate any of the chapters, but that's my personal ranking.
We said this before. It's like in the TV show, the second episode is always going to be worse than the first one, because the first one's like a pilot introducing you in, and it's kind of...
Yeah, the pilot has to hook you, but the second one has to set up what happens in the rest of the season.
Yeah. The second one is more of an establishment than anything actually happening, really.
Yeah. And then the later ones can get better, because they've already got it set up, they just need to start adding or paying off. So, yeah. But as I was saying, chapter 4... I did write at 2 in the morning when I was sleep deprived.
So there may be some funny typos that you have to correct.
Yeah.
I mean that I said wrong, obviously.
That you said wrong, and I'm going to fix live on air.
It's always going to be my fault for reading. Well,
yeah.
I may be bad at reading, but I'm not that bad.
There's also, Sam, going to be some good dialogue here. I'm going to really need you to dig deep. Give us some Oscar-worthy performances, because some of this dialogue I've really put effort into, and I know what you're like when you read, and you could really butcher some of this dialogue, so...
Yeah, I'm really bad, but I do try and... Usually what I try and do is look at who's like, saying it afterwards.
When we do the audiobook version, I think it would be good if, because obviously I'm going to be there as well, if you were to read the narration and then I read the dialogue.
Unless
because I know how it needs to be said.
Female characters and you read the male characters or something like that.
Yeah, but then I feel like that would make any romance stuff weird.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I guess it would feel less bad if we just...
Unless you make all the characters gay.
No.
So we're loving ourselves.
Obi's pan anyway. He's a fucking self-insert. Don't worry.
Oh,
you'll see it more as this goes on. Yeah. I mean, if you haven't picked up on the cues already, the little character beats on him being a self-insert, that's on you. But you'll see it more as it goes on. He is a bit of a self-insert, especially with some of the issues he personally deals with. You know how I pointed out that half the films I think I said this to you before. Half the films I really like are just films that deal with people with father issues.
In the comments of the actual document when I was editing, you were just like, "Oh, I'm crying at something."
I rewatched the ending to Kung Fu Panda 2, and it's literally he just goes back and he says, "Oh, I figured out who I am. I'm your son," and he hugs his dad. Like, of course I fucking cried at that.
Like, I was mid-editing and you said to me, "No wonder Coco got me." Something randomly. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took me by surprise a bit, then we went on a whole tangent about it.
Because it's about a dad who they think is absent and who they think never loved them, but actually was just murdered, and he actually did really love them, and now he's fighting to get back to his family because he's going to get forgotten forever. And he needs to Coco needs to sing a song to his grandma so that she can remember his dad, because it's a song that she sung to him. Of course it fucking got me. No wonder it got me. The whole crux of the plot is a daughter remembering her dad. But yeah, you may notice it with Monolith Signal as well, with OB. It will become more obvious, but he is I wouldn't classify it as a self-insert, because it's more using him to express my personal issues, and the stuff I've dealt with through the character.
Your character's happy, can you?
Yeah, no, he's not just me. He's very different to me, but he deals with the same issues.
Most of my stories are based on either me or a suffering character.
Yeah, but yeah, I think you did mention a second ago. His main quest is finding his creator.
Yeah.
His father. That's his main quest. Is finding who his father is.
I wonder who that's based off.
Go fuck yourself, actually. Go fuck yourself, actually. You know what? I was going to say something nice as well that you would have really liked about the book, but fuck you.
Hey, I don't know my birth dad, but at least I have one. That was so bad, I'm sorry.
It's not even true! I know, mate.
It's not even true.
Like, I don't have a birth dad. Of course I fucking have. I know him. I just came back from seeing him. Dickhead. You're a prick.
Sorry.
You're actually a prick.
Part
just
of me
fucking
wanted to say that. Part of
just
me
lying on air.
Part of me hated it, so I couldn't help.
I'm going to tell you now the other thing that I was going to say, and you're going to feel really bad for saying all this shit about me now, because you're going to think, oh, that's nice. Saban's character is partially based on you, dickhead.
Is it actually?
Yes. You said before that he had a fatherly mentor relationship. I was like, because he is meant to be a best friend relationship.
Oh.
Their dynamic is based on you and me. Dickhead. Yeah, but now I bet you feel bad, don't you? Now you feel fucking bad.
I don't feel bad, I feel tired.
He's his best friend, and the dynamic is based on us, and I partially based his personality on you. Cunt.
So it makes sense for me to voice him then?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You'll do that. You can do that for the audiobook, and I voice OB.
Yeah.
And I'll voice Bonnie, because I don't want to fucking voice romance lines with you. Not happening.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'll voice Saban, and then...
I think you can voice Pet.
Yeah, Pet.
His name's not Cat, his name is Pet, with a capital P.
Pet. I'm confusing it with my cousin's name for their cat, which is Cat, but, well...
You know, here's a bit of behind-the-scenes lore. This type of stuff you're only going to get in these table readings, essentially, not in the actual audiobook version. I haven't told you this, Sam, yet. The original name for Pet, because Pet actually originally did have a name in the notes, in the planning of this. Same with the others. I think Saban wasn't originally called Saban.
I think you told me about it, but I don't know what his actual name was going to be.
Yeah, I think Saban wasn't called Saban. I don't know what he was called. I think he might have just been called Brainbot, or something like Kevin, just like a normal name. And OB was always called OB. But Pet was originally called Mario. Because I never planned on him like saying his name out loud. He was always going to be called Pet by OB and by Saban and by others. But he himself would have had his own name, and he would have considered it Mario, and it would have been like a joke that he mentioned a couple of times, like, I've said this before, my name's not Pet, my name is Mario. But I decided against it. So his name is canonically Pet.
I don't know why, but it reminds me of the Fandango. Yes, I can hear that bit.
This is Clem Fandango, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango.
I'm just telling you, you're ready to start.
What do you want?
You're ready to...
I'm just letting you know we're ready to start. You just said that.
I just stopped drinking while you're making jokes. That's probably gonna kill me.
But yeah, that was his. That was Pet's original name. It was gonna be Mario, and I decided against it. Funnily enough, he wasn't gonna be red though. It was gonna be. It was always gonna be purple. I should have called him Waluigi.
I like the purple colour.
Yeah, I really think it fits.
My favourite colour and one of my favourite animals.
Yeah. I mean, alongside that, Bonnie wasn't originally called Bonnie. But she never originally had a name. The name I came up with as I was writing it. Bonnie Van, I think. Van, actually, that's another one. I think I mentioned to you before. I think I said this in a previous recording. I'm not sure if it's there. But I mentioned how Burn 5 came from an Iron Brew bottle I've got in my room. Where I just mixed up the name Iron Brew to make Burn 5.
And I cancelled myself so we could record this, that's the reason.
But Bonnie's last name comes from... This is going to sound so stupid.
I don't know Bonnie's last name.
Yeah, well, she says it. She says her full name. She says her name is Bonnie Van when she says it. She says her first name.
Yeah. Did you see a van outside your window?
No, it's better than that. Sam, can you tell me, what is my favourite pair of shoes that I always wear? I'll give you a hint, they're green.
Is it Vans?
They're Vans. They're a pair of Vans. And I still have the box. I keep the box of Vans, and I use it to store stuff in, and I have it on my drawers. And it literally, it's mostly covered by other stuff, but the little sliver that I can see, it has the brand name Vans on it. And I was thinking, well, what do I pick for a last name? What do I call her? Like, I have to pick something good. Like, it's never going to be used, but it still has to be good because that's what she'll be referred to as. And I saw Vans, and I went, okay, Bonnie Vans.
I can usually think of stuff because I usually... Well, I don't even usually...
This is still creativity, it's just a different type.
But, like, I don't have to look around my room, I just pick a name and I'm like, and then I pick a...
Still a form of creativity, I'm just using inspiration. She was originally going to be called Bonnie McVan when I saw that. I was going to go, okay, Bonnie McVan, to try and smooth it... No, I just wanted to smooth it over. And like McVan kind of makes it sound more normal. I have a McDonald's
wrapper on my Vans box. That's why I named it that.
No, genuinely, just because a lot of last names have Muck in them, like Mac.
Chapter 4. Call me OB.
That's actually a reference to something. Another tangent. That's a reference to a book. To Moby Dick. I'll say it now because it's going to come up later. But I'll say this is the table read. Remember, so I can say these. The whole point is to be able to explain stuff while we're reading it, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
which you can't do in the audiobook. This is for the behind the scenes. This is for the true fans. It's obviously a reference to Moby Dick, where the book starts with "Call me Ishmael." Yeah. Sam actually didn't get that reference. She read that, and I went, "That's a reference to a book," and she didn't know what it was. So she's not a real book enjoyer. Yeah, but you didn't recognise "Call me OB."
No, but the problem is most of the books I read are physics books and science books.
Right. Okay, Sam. Whatever. Anyway, we're not. Let's just move on. All right. Yeah, it's a reference to that, and it comes up later, and it's obviously because it's the name of the chapter. It's supposed to. Well, if you get the reference early, you know, get a little hint to what's going to come up next, which is definitely not just a detour, so I can pad out a chapter worth of length. So that I can fill up Act 1. It's definitely not just to fill up time, so that Act 1 can be 5 chapters long. It's not that. I'm saying that as a joke, but there is actually important stuff here.
I'm waiting for a creature to come through the sand sea. I'm waiting for that because he's been looking at it, and I've been looking at it. I've been like, there's got to be one of these days you're going to put one in.
I will say, if this were a movie, this would include stuff you can't cut. There is stuff that is important for the story and for character arcs. So I'm saying it's just I'm saying it's a random detour as a joke. it isn't a random technically, narratively, you could cut the detour but keep the dialogue, but it's still important. You need the detour.
Make a very quick point. I watched. Obviously, you don't watch horror, but I watched Carrie, the original, and Carrie, the remake. For some reason, they made a remake about 6 years after the original. For some reason.
Strange.
But Carrie, the remake, for some reason, didn't include most of the plot points in the original, and the remake was so bad, but the original was so good. The original is probably one of my favourite horror films ever. The remake is probably one of the worst horror films ever. Can I just say how bad it was because it didn't include vital details about the main character, who is, in fact, I kid you not, Carrie. That it kind of insults any, not even just writer, but horror fan in the entire world. And if you enjoyed the remake of Carrie, I do not respect you as a person.
Sounds great. I should watch it.